The good news is we're having a build-up, but as you unfold some of the questions that have come about as a result of the commitment by the government of Japan for the $3.1 billion, what that also means is that the low-interest loans that have now been taken off the table, and those were the funds to be used for those projects were outside the gate.
Governor Eddie Calvo was referring to the Japanese funds that were to be loaned to Guam for building water, wastewater, and power on the civilian side of the fence through Japanese Special Purpose Entities, or SPEs. Japan was going to lend $400 million for wastewater projects and $130 million for power projects. The money would have been paid back by the Marines, but now Japan is not lending the money. In fact, CCU Chairman Simon Sanchez says it's really not clear yet whether any money will be made available for Guam infrastructure.
If they're going to eliminate the loan piece, is it a grant? Is it just money Japan puts in as part of their contribution? Those details are still not available to us. And I think part of the question is, now that we know we have a smaller Marine presence coming here and a large rotational component to that smaller presence, where is the laydown of this presence? We've heard, they're debating maybe it's on Big Navy. Well, if it's on Big Navy, they're going to tie into the Navy wastewater system. So one question the DOD might ask is, well, we already have a wastewater solution. We're not impacting you. Should we make a contribution?
We Are Guahan member Levin Camacho agrees that there are still too many uncertainties surrounding the exact makeup of the buildup and how it will impact the island and its infrastructure.
The number of dependents and Marines coming to the island is not the big number. It's going to be how many contractors are coming to the island and where are those contractors and workers going to live if this buildup moves forward. So if people, the way that most folks live up north, and if the impacts are going to be up north for the construction phase, then I believe that as part of its legal obligation to mitigate, there's going to have to be some funding from someone to take care of us.
The governor says that the federal government needs to fund any additional strains to the island's infrastructure that may result from the buildup.
We want to be very clear that the government of Guam has not changed its position in regards to the One Guam approach, and that means whatever benefits happens within the gates will also be beneficial to the people of Guam outside the gate. And we will hold the federal government accountable to that commitment that was made, now of course originally with Japan money, but what I would like to see now a commitment by the federal government, that same commitment as well.
The governor says that he has always been for the buildup, but it must be done in the best interest of both the United States and the people of Guam.
The bottom line is it's important that as the United States and Japan and their allies rely on Guam on shouldering these new responsibilities, they also ensure that the quality of life of this island does not deteriorate but does improve. And not just for those folks that are in uniform, but for everyone who calls Guam home.